do Rumble tonight also? Oh, there we go. I think we're live. Connect your locals account. Oh, look at that. I am live on connect your locals account. Oh, there we go. Oh, and the latency is it's so much. This is way better than um, dashboard. There we go. Gotta have the dashboard up. I'm not. Oh, 100 followers to get into the YouTube, or not YouTube, Rumble creator program. Okay, cool. Just where is the, like, stats where you can see your bit rate and chat and all that good stuff? Guess I just have to have it pulled up. Okay. Why did Zoran win, and what does it mean? It means, we all knew New Yorkistan was lost. No biggie. It's just a thing. What looks like a feather or something with a cobweb. This divider is made out of like cloth, and there is a rip on the on that side. I guess I could fix it. Or turn it around so that side is on the other side and just it's opposite. My lizard is gone. He'll probably be back. Or maybe he's just around the part I couldn't see. But every day for I think it's been about a month. Anytime I come out here and look, he's either like sunning on the top or just right at the top, like just on the back side. Sometimes on the front side. He's a good, not a chunkosaurus lizard, but it's a good little lizard. And I think he's been eating the flies that somehow get in because the bug zapper that I have near the door of the bunker, like on the inside of the airlock, it's not like a spaceship airlock. It's not actually all airtight. It's mostly airtight, but forced ventilation and such. But a lot of gnats and bugs have been getting in because my zapper is down. The zapper still zaps, but the bulbs that attract the bugs are not. It's not working. Okay, we're gonna hang out with somebody for a little bit. I'm not starting a whole new. I'm not starting up a whole new thing. The shit is this? What'd you miss? Not much, dude. I put the StreamYard link up. I might just actually be done. I got a few things to wrap up, but I don't need to be live for them. And I didn't have anything actually prepared for tonight to be live doing. So we've already done the game show. Let me see if somebody else is doing something I want to jump onto. I can't even do like a Twitter scroll because it's all just friggin' EBT nonsense now at this point. And like AI thirst traps because I think because I commented on, it might have been Libs of TikTok or like somebody posted something, and it was some e-thought, I guess what you call them, or e-girl that was saying, "Hey, me or $2 billion," and I didn't even put like, I was like, "Oh, let me engage with this and respond," and I didn't even write anything. I just put an animated GIF of Scrooge McDuck swimming in his money bin, and that was it. And then there was more, and I did the same thing for like 2 or 3, and now my whole algorithm is filled with like AI thirst traps. Like it was already getting filled up with EBT nonsense. I don't even want to know what. I don't even want to say what the common parlance for what you call it is, because it's probably a racist term. Oh, right there. Yeah, no, I see what you're talking about. It is, yeah, that's moving around. Out on a limb. Yeah, ammo, first aid materials, alcohol. Yeah, that's like stuff you should have. Um, you should be stocking up on all of those things. In addition to other things too, but everything in proportion. Like in addition to ammo, I mean mags also for anything that takes mags. Anything that takes mags, I mean, unless it's a toy, I like to have at least 20 mags for like any new platform that I get. Like I have two MP5s. I think I have 25 mags total. They're not all, I mean, some of them are like Turkish steel, some are like plastic, not Lancer. I forget who makes them off the top of my head. And some like are different like ones to try out. But you want to have quite a few. Because that's, I mean, you can find ammo, but in an austere environment, getting mags for your pews is going to be a challenge. And they do, I mean, they do wear out. They are wear items. Not as much as, you know, some people might have you think. The original intent of box-fed magazines was that you would purchase, or like they would be issued out, or for the, you know, whatever user, you would purchase them with the ammo in them and then just discard them like a total consumable, kind of like stripper clips were. Although stripper clips get reused also. Wait, out on a limb, do you have another name somewhere else? Because I remember that name. I just don't remember if it's associated with somebody else. Because I know that the my YouTube is forcing the @ handle stuff. I don't even remember what I put. Oh, Husqvarna review? Yeah, like, not the chainsaw, like an edger, which I'm not actually going to review it. It's just a placeholder name, so I could start a new video on YouTube. You can easily replace the hardware, like, you mean the spring and follower, and maybe base plate? Yeah, it's true. Wait, most of your SIGs, the mags are $70 each. What in the world? No friggin' way. SIG, like what? No. Sorry, no. Okay, that's redonkulous. Cam? Okay. That's friggin' redonkulous. Because, okay, 30-06 AK mags, 30 rounders, which I found a guy who made, because those don't exist. They're 20 rounds. The magazines are 20 rounds. 30 rounders do exist. A guy made them in the U.S. Like fresh new. He did a run of 50, and I mean, I think I could probably get. I kind of given up on getting a 30-06 Vepr at this point, which it's an AK. It's just a Ukrainian made AK. I think 1.5 millimeters thick receiver. I forget. I don't think it's milled though. I want to say they're bent. The trick is each one of those mags, which these are like essentially handmade aftermarket mags, like premium aftermarket mags. They're like $50 each. Why, in the name of anything holy or commonsensical, would a magazine be 70? Even friggin' P90 mags aren't $70, like original ones. Even Steyr AUG mags, which like, hey, they should take a standard Stanag, and they look just like a standard Stanag, but nope, it's proprietary, whatever. Like, I don't even know the difference of what it is. But AUGs, Steyr AUGs take a proprietary mag. And even those aren't 70. What in the world? The or wait, U.S. dollars or something else? Because I mean, that's dude saying like $70 for. I mean, unless you're being a little hyperbolic, like exaggerating, which okay, I get that. But if it's like a real $70 for a mag, like, oh, that makes my insides hurt. Just a real quick calculation. Okay, so for my standard of having just 20 mags for any platform that I have, if it's going to be something that, I might need to use for reasons on a possible two-way range scenario, I want to have at least 20 so that, you're like, you load out on your chest rig, whatever. You can have between 6 and 12. Oh, that extras. Ready to replace. Like, some go in a backpack, some go in, wherever. Stash some around different places. It's fine. Minus like Glock mags and Stanags, because those need a lot more because other things take them also. I actually don't know how many Stanags I have. And I am a little shy on... Wait. Yeah, I'm a little bit shy. I think I only have about a dozen. Maybe 15 MP5 mags. The Stanags are wild, though. I know of more than 50. That's because you got to think, hey, multiple loadouts that are going to be used concurrently, or just stashed in different locations to be ready for in case you need them. No reason other than that. No biggie. You bought the macro, like a 365 macro and 11 mags. Well, yeah, dude, I don't... Oh, man. I haven't bought a mag in a brick and mortar store in... You know what? I can remember the last 2 times I did. Fairly recently, and by fairly recently, I mean last 10 years. I picked up a Daniel Defense Stanag compatible, like so AR platform mag, but it's 32 rounds, where you can have 32 rounds in it and still be able to push down, so you and with full clearance, so that you can have 32 rounds in it and still full seat on a closed bolt, like on an AR platform, without too much trouble. Yeah, sometimes those, if you got a Stanag that's really tight, sometimes 30, it's not that you're downloading for storage, it's you're downloading because the spring is just too tight to where you have to download to like 29 or 28 in some cases, so that you can actually seat the mag, because on a closed bolt, because that is a big deal. If you're not doing bolt lock back, emergency or speed reloads, where the bolt is being held open, you're usually going to be reloading on a closed bolt. It's just how it is on an AR anyway. And Daniel Defense came out and said, "Oh, hey, we can fit 2 more in a standard size." So I don't know that they got ever popular, but that's the thing. I have one. I also have one of the. Oh, it was limited edition. The AK mags with like the Brandon Herrera for ATF director with little like paw prints on it. It's blue. It's somewhere on this, behind the screen here. Previous to that, I picked up 17 round Glock mags in a 2-pack made by KCI, which is a South Korean manufacturer, and those were. I picked up a few of the 2-packs. And I want to say they were better than factory Glock mags, which that's a bold statement to make, too. I think they had the metal additions to the feed lips, unlike, Pro Mag. Garbage. More like that. They looked just like OEM Glock mags. No, like 17 round 9mm Glock mags. Oh. Macro was out the first time you bought in the store 6 years ago. Didn't have any mags, but 2 storage units full of stuff. I'm clearing out my last storage unit. I got into this particular storage unit during the plague. I got 3 of them. They were like 40. They were in the $40 range each, and then you had to get like $15 or something worth of insurance on each one. So it was like 55 something. And then over the course of the last few years, the price tag has gone up so dramatically that I'm now paying more, or no, not actually yet, close to paying more for one of the only one I have left than I was paying for 3 of them 4-ish years ago. So I'm clearing it out and trying to process the things. And I mean, some of it's like, oh man, I should sell that on Fleabay. Sometimes it's just not worth it. Just trash it or put it on the curb and say like, hey, free sign. Because that's the example is from, hang on, It's Always Sunny. This is the perfect example. There's nothing better, so I'm just gonna let it play. Present. I don't know why I'm doing this through StreamYard.
Let's just talk to some people. How about them right there? Can you grab that guy?
Hey, you two.
Hey,
you two.
How we doing at the Christmas party? We having a good time?
Yes.
Right.
Great.
Good.
So.
Oh no, this is not. That's not what. Ah.
Fine.
The price of these suckers.
Never saw it.
What are you guys looking at?
Oh, new couches. We got rid of the old one, but the prices are insane.
That's nuts, man. I think we should just rent like we did the last time, you know?
Wait, you rented your sofa?
Yeah, I mean, all we did was pay the interest.
How much was the interest?
Oh, it's nothing. It's like $25 a week.
How long did you have it?
15
Yeah,
years.
15 years, yeah.
Bro.
You spent close to $20,000 on a couch you never owned.
20,000.
No.
Where are you getting that from?
No.
52 weeks a year, $25 a week. 15 years. $19,500.
That seems high.
That's pretty bad business, fellas.
That, yeah. You know what? I honestly forget where I was going with that. I had a point. There was a point to it. But I am unclear of what that point that I had for it was at this point. Oh, I'm going to remove that. Boop. I gotta say to Chrissy, I have a couple of things that I have to get done this week. One of them that I need to get done tomorrow, preferably tomorrow morning. And then the other one, actually, I can do that as long as I get it done before Saturday at noon. We should be good to go. Oh, you gave away for storage unit. That's what we were talking about. Yeah, storage unit. Dude, like, so let me just real quick calculation. Average out between now and then, let's just say for one unit. Okay, started out about 55-ish with the insurance. Now about 150-ish. It's a little. A little different. Okay, so we'll just say 100 across the board. It's 100 a month times 12. That's 1,200 a year times. Well, 2025 is almost over. We're almost in 2026. We'll say times 5 years. That's $6,000 that I've been paying for just one of the storage units. And realistically, it's more because these stored, like I had 3 to start with, and it was more than $100 for that. So it was also what 12 or 15 by 20, I think. They're pretty good, chunky size. Like I could have stored a vehicle in any one of them, and that was kind of the plan. I was planning on putting a vehicle in 2 of them, and then like household goods and stuff in the third one, or the first one, I guess, and then additional vehicles in the other ones. But just for one of the 3. The average price, between when I got it and now, that's $6,000. And seriously, all the stuff that is in there, really hard to try and get that to add up to $6,000. For part of the time, oh yeah, there's like. For part of the time, I was storing some ammo and some rare items. So for part of the time, yeah, okay, worth. But I mean, just don't put that stuff in there, and then it becomes super easy that it would be much more efficient to just throw it all away, literally. I'd stop paying for it. It's called cutting your losses. But I'm moving everything back, consolidating storage, and tossing things in the trash now, or putting it out by the curb and like, hey, free, whatever. Because it's not, in a lot of cases, it's not worth the time to go and sell it on Fleabay. Depends on how much like free time you have, how much your time's worth. But most of the stuff is not worth the time it would take to sell it on Fleabay, and the shipping and packing and all that good stuff. Oh, out on a limb. No, 6,000. No, not 6,000 a year. That's 6,000 over the course of like 5 years, ish. He gave away 30 Hollow Sun 507Ks. I'm a fan of the 507Cs with the primary arms, like the Vulcan, ACSS Vulcan, where it's like, I don't remember what's in the middle, but then it's a circle like around the outside as a training device to help you, to learn to shoot red dots. I think that's the peak. I think that's top tier. Because in order to get, consistent, I mean, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. In order to get consistent, you got to be able to pick up the dot, and not like, all the bad habits like, oh, I'm presenting. Now let me like move my head around to try and figure out where the dot is. I want to get into the closed emitter game, but then at the same time, I want TA31Fs. Like, I want there to be a new one that's a 6 or 7 or maybe 8 power. Fixed. Like, the days of LPVO are, I think they're coming down. I think they're coming to a close. It's like, I mean, if you're going to put a red dot as a like backup for close range anyway, why bother having it be adjustable? Just have a fixed. It'd be lighter, simpler, cheaper. 100%. I want literally a non-battery using. I want seriously a Trigicon ACOG TA31F, exactly as it is, just higher magnification. And the 4-power one, the 3.5 and 4-power ones, mostly TA31F is 4-power, or the last generation of them was anyway. That's, I mean, it's still good. It's great. It's like anything you could want. It's everything you could want. People get confused. Oh, new hotness, $2,000 Vortex. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you can. But if you're going to run a secondary as a red dot also, like, why? It's much faster to either, go 45 degrees or just raise your head a little bit. Yeah, you're not going to have the same cheek weld, but if you're doing CQ, you're not getting a good cheek weld anyway. Or not, not necessarily as consistent. Which you should have a red dot for CQ. Trying to keep your eye in the eye box, like using the bin to name concept for like close range. It's not optimal. It's not ideal. Why'd you give away? Oh, last week. Tons of armor and different types of plate carriers. Oh man, I honestly I wish I could have talked to you. Like I'd like to be able to. Whatever a standard is, I've been working on like, hey, standard. Like I have, like most, what do you call them, gear queers? Oh, pardon my French. That's not a PC term. I've got a lot of different stuff, like a lot of different holsters, a lot of different like plate carriers. I think I like the SKD Pig the most, honestly. It's not QD. It's I don't even know if they make it anymore. But I'd like to get into something that's very standardized, so I can have a whole bunch of the same. I like having a whole bunch of the same thing, and then either be able to hand out that thing that I have a whole bunch of the same thing, or store them in different locations, and then just I'll have the exact same thing no matter where I'm picking it up from. 1,500 fixed blades. When you get home from vacation, go through them, trying to get down to one storage unit. Yeah, I mean, I get it. Yeah, I mean, also $4,000 for a storage unit, dude, a month that's a lot. The fluffy thing over the guitar case is back. Well, it's a bass case, but yeah, it is. That's, I mean, because there's a little rip. One of the, what do you call that, ribbon? It's a... No, it's not called a ribbon. Flat. The webbing. Yeah, it's like gear stuff. You know what? I think it just came unstapled. I could probably just staple it back to fix it and be done with it. 26,000 square foot store, taking years and numerous gun shows to get it down to 2 units. Oh man, that's tragic. You can watch my you would never know it's mine, like by what's in the storage unit. I had a lot of like classic retro video game consoles, like an 18-gallon storage tub with, hey, like Super Nintendo, the console, all the accessories, all the controllers and everything, and then all the games I had for it, all in that one. And then like, oh, the regular Nintendo, like same thing for each one. Some of them there wasn't enough, so I could consolidate and fit all of it into one tub for like 2 different systems. But like the Dreamcast and Genesis, I think, are in the same one. But now I'm gonna consolidate them even further by using... Oh, these are great, by the way. For organizing. Friggin' giant Ziplocs, 14-inch across, 20-inch up and down. They're like, I want to say like 3 mil for the thickness of the plastic. 100%. You can fit any laptop inside here, plus the power brick and whatever other accessory. That's the biggest thing that, like, why I initially got into these was to be able to put, okay, I have every laptop that I've ever owned. I still have every single hard drive that I've ever owned. I've never got rid of any of them. Same with laptops. I've never sold one, never anything. I need to get rid of some of that stuff, like the older ones, and I'm probably just going to toss them. The ones that are like medium-ish, hey, those can be used as terminals for things. Cool. I just don't have the place, but I need to extract all the data off of them from that time, get it in my mass storage, and then I can use them as parts for things, for projects. But that's why I got into these. These are used for shipping things, like usually clothes, like sweaters and jeans and stuff. But you can fit an entire laptop and the power supply or whatever other stuff came with it in one of these. Like if you have a docking station, you probably want to honestly put the docking station, because it's like a kind of a bulky thing, in a separate one. And then, this is my absolute favorite tool, industrial label maker. And I printed out like examples of all the font sizes on the back. That's a pro tip. Do this if you have a label maker. All the way down to 50, 32, 22, 18, 12, 8, and 6. And wow, it really looks like you can tell the difference between some of the different tape. I wish I knew which ones I used for which. And this can also print shrink wrap tubing for labeling cables. So you print on it with like your designation or whatever, slide over the end, and then you can even use a lighter and it'll just shrink on there, and then you're permanently labeled. Organization. The bags are seriously great for most things. Like when I started getting organized, these like 18-gallon like Sterilite, whatever, they're like $5 at Walmart. It's perfect size just to get started getting organized. You could take similar items, put like I use, actually, here I'll show you. I made a dispenser, and it's looking a little raggedy right now. See, it started out, I had it was as it should have been, where like I got all the labeled, like, hey, here's sandwich bags, snack bags, quart, gallon, and then the side dispenser with these giant Ziploc bags. Now this is kind of falling apart. I mean, it was a 5-minute project, cut some holes out, use a box. And then there's a few extras in there, but it wasn't really like a good easy way to get into it or anything. The Ziploc bags for storage inside, like a Tupperware, like a giant Sterilite or whatever bin, is 100% the best way. So I'm going to be able to consolidate even further. Same thing. I use rather larger bins, like Plano trunks for organizing, like medical supplies. I think I have 4 of them right now. But then inside each one, like each one is a different, category of things for medical supplies. But then inside each one, one big Ziploc bag full of like ear, nose, and throat stuff. One full of, well, actually, got a lot of gauze. Okay, you want to have a lot of gauze on hand. So just like 4-inch square gauze is in probably a single giant Ziploc bag. And then rolled, so yeah, 4-inch square sponge style like gauze, and then the 3-inch squares, that's a separate one, and then like 2-inch rolled gauze, 3-inch rolled gauze, 4-inch rolled gauze. Those are actually in boxes, but I've got sets of boxes that I don't even remember if I have them in Ziplocs or not. They just stack really nice and easy inside and I store them vertically inside the big trunks. You know what? That's a content. Maybe I go through how I'm storing medical supplies, like bulk medical supplies. Yeah. Hey, great idea, Cam. You don't understand people putting red dots on rifles. I do. And I think I'm on that boat. But as part of getting away from LPVOs. So if, like, let's say you've got an LPVO, it weighs like 12 ounces, a pound, maybe even up to like 20 ounces, depending on, which one it is. If you instead have a fixed power optic that weighs, let's say, between 50 and 75%, that weight you've saved can then go to a red dot for, which it doesn't even need. Use the Binda naming concept. It's just a training issue. However, there is the benefit of not having the iBox with a red dot. 100% there is. There's no getting around it. That is a thing. Like, after I don't know how long of using red dots, yeah, it's for quicker target acquisition, especially if you're already on center bore with the rifle. It's either just turning or like moving your head up a little bit to get on with the red dot versus, oh man, how many sets do I have? No, I only really tested out like the Magpul Pro, the metal ones, backup irons on a 45 degree. And it's not like the argument between a standard transmission and an automatic transmission. Some people try and say that is the difference between irons and red dot, which in the biggest picture theory, yeah, that's an apt parallel or analogy. But it's removing steps that have opportunity for failure by just having the red dot. As long as it's a quality red dot where it's actually pointing where, like, an enclosed, laser or whatever, instead of having a, laser go out. If it's not a good one, and then it's like, no, you're way worse off. Just use the irons. If you don't have the budget for a decent one, then yeah, you're better off with irons. Like, cheap irons are way better than cheap red dot, but quality red dot is better than quality irons, 100%. It's like the difference between 45 ACP. Yeah, in general, it's going to be a better round than a round of 9mm. In general, round for round. And 45 ACP suppresses better. It's just, yeah. However, 17, 18, 19, 20 rounds of 9mm is infinitely better than 6 rounds of 45 ACP. It just is. I like irons too. I learned to shoot on irons in the Marine Corps, and that's when I learned to teach firearm, like pew instruction. Like I was a 8530, 8531 as a secondary MOS. Range coach and PMI, which I taught. I didn't teach primary rifle. I taught sustainment level rifle, but I taught primary pistol for the the M9. And primary and sustainment level. It was like a week for the classroom and range time for pistol. Both of them. Rifle would be 2 weeks, but if I was doing a pistol curriculum, I think it was just 1 week for the instruction and range time. I want to say it was a week. Oh. The fluffy thing in the background's driving you nuts. I mean, go make some food if you want to. You're in Australia, you know. You can throw some shrimps on the Barbie, Mr. Darwin. Sold two 1911s. I think I'm gonna get a platypus. I know they're not the absolute best, but I mean, I did a stream speccing one out, and there's just so much customizability, and they take Glock mags. That's the big one. It's not a 1911; it's a 2011. And I think they only come in 9mm too, which is wild to me. A double stack 45 2011 would be kind of great, or 10mm, or whatever else. Ugh. That's the thing I'm lacking is a 10mm actually. And I meme about it, but I bet $100 on the 2016 election on a politics betting site when Trump was trading it like 20 cents on the dollar. So that's what I said is like I threw a Benji on it, and then it turned out when it resolved that there's enough cash there for me to get a G20, which I just never did. I need a G20 in my life. And now it's going to be a giant pain in the ass to get 5th gens, because 5th gens are the superior. I mean, 3rd gen Glonks are kind of the goat, except the real ones having the finger grooves. I don't know how many I've dremeled the finger grooves off of to fix them. Not all of them were the best Dremel jobs. They really weren't. Oh. I am... Yeah. I'm going to be done. I can't raid anything on YouTube, and nothing else makes sense. So I'm just going to be done. Go check out whoever you also follow. I'm not sure when the next time we're doing karaoke Grumpaloki is. Probably in 2 weeks. Thursday-ish in 2 weeks. I might mess around with the day it's on, but I'm trying to do more frequently than once a month. I will have some planned content coming up for a stream. This was just, hey, I got done with, honestly, it was men's group Bible study, and that's every Wednesday, and then come home and do the game show help Chrissy run her game show. Oh, but I'm gonna be done. I'm gonna go crash so I can get an early start. Well, not even early now. It's 3:30. Y'all stay sexy and have a great night.
Steel boots on the ground, dust kicking high. Texas heart pumping under Okinawa sky. Racing engines screaming, tearing through the night. Hell diver born to fight under neon lights. Grump pulls steel skin, stands tall, grit in his veins. Church pews hum to the slap of his bass refrain. Building trucks from the dirt where the sweat won't die. Every scar on his hands tells a story why. Born to break the chains, rip the skies apart. With a bass line thundering straight from the heart. Metal bones and a fire that'll never dim. This is the anthem of Grumple's stilt skin. Wrenches twisting, rhythm engines roar alive. Stream of battles where the brave and the bold survive. Every chord, every note carries weight and pride. Through the war and the race never breaks his stride. Synth winds rising, cutting through the dark. Guitar flames dancing, leaving their mark.